Good afternoon. My name is Darren Waters, and today we will be discussing strategies to enhance student engagement in both the synchronous and the asynchronous e-learning environments. Now, this presentation will explore key elements that will contribute to the effective online learning experience. And we're going to be focusing on the integration of technology and best practices in digital education. Now, imagine a classroom where students are scattered across the globe, each in their own space, yet deeply connected, fully engaged, and learning just as effectively as if they were sitting together in a traditional classroom. Now, this is the promise of e-learning, a world where education knows no boundaries. But there's a challenge. How do we keep students engaged when the distractions of life are just a click away? How do we ensure that whether they're participating in a live session or working at their own pace, they remain motivated, curious, and committed? Today, we'll explore the art and science of student engagement in both synchronous and asynchronous e-learning environments. Together, we'll uncover strategies that can transform online education from simply a solitary experience into a vibrant, interactive journey where every student feels connected and inspired. So let's think about engagement for a moment. What does it really mean to be engaged in a learning environment? It's not just about showing up or logging in. True engagement is about being present mentally, emotionally, and intellectually. When students are genuinely engaged, they're not just passive recipients of information. No, they're active participants. They ask questions, they challenge ideas, and they apply what they've learned in meaningful ways. In the world of e-learning, engagement becomes even more critical. Without the physical presence of a classroom, it's easy for students to feel isolated or even just disconnected. But when we get engagement right, when we truly connect with our students, their motivation soars, their satisfaction increases, and their academic performance can reach new heights. So, synchronous e-learning. This is where the magic of real-time interaction happens. So picture this. Students and instructors connected live through platforms like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, engaging in discussions that are immediate, vibrant, and most importantly, interactive. But with the immediacy comes certain challenges. Technology can be both a friend and also a foe. We've all been there: frozen screens, audio glitches, or the dreaded internet lag. Despite these challenges, the benefits of synchronous learning, like immediate feedback and the energy of just live discussions, make it an incredibly powerful tool for student engagement. So when this is done right, it creates a learning environment that feels almost as connected as a physical classroom. So, asynchronous e-learning, on the other hand, allows students to access materials and participate in discussions at their own convenience. This flexibility is one of the greatest strengths that caters to students with varying schedules and learning paces. Tools like learning management systems, discussion boards, and recorded lectures are essentially the central to this modality. However, the lack of real-time interaction can lead to disengagement if it's not carefully managed, highlighting the need for well-designed content and consistent communication. Synchronous e-learning, despite its many strengths, isn't without its hurdles. Imagine you're just trying to connect to a live session with students spread across different time zones, all with varying internet speeds and access to technology. These technological issues like frozen screens, drop connections, or just poor audio quality can disrupt the flow of learning and really make it difficult for our students to stay engaged. But awareness of these challenges allows us to prepare by setting clear expectations, providing tech support, and being flexible with participation methods. We can keep our synchronous sessions as smooth and as engaging as possible. So, asynchronous e-learning offers the freedom to learn at your own pace. But with the freedom comes the risk of disengagement by the student. Without the structure of scheduled classes, some students might struggle with procrastination or just simply feel isolated. It's easy to fall behind when there's no immediate accountability and without real-time interaction. Students may miss the sense of community that a live classroom can provide. That's why it's really crucial to create asynchronous learning experiences that are engaging and interactive. By integrating multimedia content, regular check-ins, and opportunities for peer interactions, we can actually help students stay connected, stay motivated, and even when they're learning on their own schedule. So, interactive multimedia has the power to transform the way students engage with content. So imagine a lesson that's not just read but experienced, where videos, animations, and simulations can bring concepts to life in a way that's engaging and accessible. There's research done by Lynn and colleagues that show students who interact with multimedia content are more engaged and perform better academically. This is because multimedia caters to the diverse learning styles, making information more accessible and easier to understand. By simply incorporating interactive elements like quizzes, polls, simulations, we can create a dynamic learning environment that keeps these students engaged, motivated, and eager to learn. So, how about we dive into the actual research? There are many studies out there that have consistently shown that interactive multimedia significantly boosts students' engagement. For example, Lynn's article found that students who engaged in multimedia enhanced content in a cyber-flipped classroom not only stayed more engaged, but they also achieved higher academic outcomes. This impact is seen across different forms of multimedia, whether it's simple video content, interactive quizzes, or real-time simulations. These tools not only cater to different learning styles, but also make the content more engaging and just easier to retain by the student. The takeaway here is absolutely clear. By integrating multimedia into our teaching, we're not just delivering content. No, we're creating an immersive learning experience that resonates with students and enhances their academic performance. And at the end of the day, that is the goal: academic performance and get the best outcomes for our students. So, let's talk about one of the most important things, or one of the more up and coming trends, and that's gamification. Okay, this is the secret sauce that can turn even the most mundane tasks into something that's a little bit more exciting. By incorporating elements like points, badges, and leaderboards, we tap into the students' natural desire for achievement and competition. But it's more than just fun and games, right? Gamification works because it leverages our intrinsic motivations when students see progress, right? Whether it's earning a badge or moving up a leaderboard, they're more likely to stay engaged and motivated by integrating gamified elements into our e-learning environments. We can create a sense of achievement and competition that drives engagement and makes learning not just effective, but enjoyable. So, let's go ahead and take a closer look at what the research tells us about gamification. Studies have consistently shown that when we introduce elements like points, badges, and leaderboards, students' motivation increases significantly. Once again, it's not just about having fun. It's about fostering a competitive spirit that drives participation. And the fun is just a great byproduct of that. Gamification doesn't just make learning more enjoyable, it's actively engaging our students by turning lessons into challenges to be conquered. This kind of engagement leads to deeper involvement with the material and better retention of information. There's been many research articles that highlight these benefits, showing that gamification can lead to measurable improvements in both motivation and academic outcomes in e-learning environments. Now, let's talk in the world of e-learning, right? In this digital age, the presence of an instructor can make all the difference. It's really not just about being there, it's about being visible, it's about being approachable and engaged. Okay? When instructors are actively involved, providing real-time feedback, answering questions, offering support, they create a learning environment that feels connected and responsive. Okay? This visibility and interaction aren't just nice to have, they're essential for keeping students motivated and engaged. Okay? Research by Katai in 2023 shows that students who perceive their instructor as actively present in the classroom, whether that's in person, but in this specific instance we're talking about in the digital age, we're talking about online presence, they are more likely to stay engaged and perform well academically. See, we're seeing a pattern of research, or a pattern of evidence showing the benefit of asynchronous, whether it's synchronous, asynchronous, but it's all about the presence of the instructor. Now, research has shown, okay, as we were just talking about the research has shown that instructor's presence is a significant factor in student engagement, right? When students perceive their instructors actively involved, their level of engagement increases. It's because they're taking time, they're taking the effort, the instructors are, and the students see that, and they are motivated by that. Okay, so it's about more than just teaching. Okay, it's about creating a connection with that student and with that teacher. Live sessions, real-time feedback, and even simple check-ins can contribute to the sense of presence. These interactions foster community within this online environment, this online classroom, helping students feel like they're part of something bigger, which in turn boosts their motivation and boosts their engagement. So again, research after research after research, evidence after evidence highlights the strong correlation between the perceived instructor presence and student engagement, making it clear that as an educators, our presence is crucial to our students' success. The research is clear on social presence, just as it was clear on instructor presence. It is a critical factor, okay? Social presence is a critical factor in student satisfaction and engagement. When students feel connected, their peers and instructors, to their peers and instructors, their overall learning experience improves. Peer interaction plays a huge role in this. When students engage in discussions, collaborative projects, and just providing feedback to one another, it creates a learning environment that supports and motivates them to simply stay engaged. Once again, another article found that students who experience this strong sense of social presence, so it's where the instructor is really making that a point of emphasis for the classmates to collaborate, the classmates to interact, and not just focus on the watching the instructor lecture, is really trying to do peer-to-peer learning. The evidence shows that this strong sense of social presence report higher satisfaction with their course, and again, more likely to stay engaged. And that's the whole theme of this entire presentation, this whole research, is how can we better have our students engaged in online learning, whether it's synchronous or asynchronous. This highlights the importance of fostering a supportive, connected community within the online classroom. Now, there are a lot of different technologies out there to actually assist with maintaining engagement, and not only for the students, but it's also to allow the instructor to know, is our lectures, are our assignments, our projects, are the students being engaged with what we're doing? Okay, and in this ever-evolving world of e-learning, attention tracking technology. Okay, attention tracking technology. This represents a fascinating development and a fascinating tool that can be implemented for online learning to assess for engagement. So these tools can monitor a student's focus. Okay, it can monitor their students' focus in real time, providing insights into how engaged they are with the material. It's not necessarily to see trying to see if they're cheating or anything like that. What in this context, we're just trying to see, is our instructional design, is it actually grabbing the attention of our students? Okay, so we can do that by just assessing their eye tracking. Where do their eyes go on the screen? Are they going to the images, the words, or are they just kind of spaced out in a blank space on the screen? Okay, but by tracking these eyes in real time and getting those insights, by tracking, we can where the students are direct their attention, we can offer timely feedback that helps when they stay engaged, or we can kind of alter the way the instructors are teaching or implementing their instruction to get the students more engaged. It's like having a window into the learning experience. It's allowing us to intervene when needed to help keep the student on track and, again, engaged, to redirect the student. But with this power comes responsibility. We must balance the benefits of monitoring with the ethical consideration of privacy and autonomy. It's crucial to use these technologies thoughtfully, ensuring that they enhance the learning experience without compromising the trust of the student. Now, so let's look at the research here. Okay, attention tracking technology. Okay, like I said, it's a unique technology. It's a unique tool instructors can use, and it offers a window into the student engagement. It gives us a look inside. Okay, studies have shown, like the ones by Rama in 2021, have shown that by monitoring where students' attention is directed, we can identify periods of inattention and provide targeted feedback to keep the student engaged, regardless of if it's instruction, if it's a lecture. We can in real time get some type of cue from this software, and it can help us as the instructor redirect the student. This allows for a more personalized learning experience. When we know where students are struggling to focus, we can offer the specific support they need to stay on track. However, as we talked about, the use of these technologies, okay, isn't without controversy. Okay, there are valid concerns about privacy and the ethical implication of constant monitoring. It's essential that we weigh these considerations carefully as we integrate attention tracking into our e-learning environments. So, now to one of the most effective methods, we're going to talk about blended learning. Okay, blended learning is where the best of both worlds can come together. We're going to be combining the strength of synchronous and the strength of asynchronous learning to create a more flexible, more dynamic educational experience for our student. This approach allows us to cater to diverse learning styles. Okay, it gives us the broader reach to our student population, because again, no one student is as similar as the same. So we need to have different styles to reach different students. And this is a good way to do that. So whether a student thrives in real-time discussions or they prefer to learn at their own pace, blended learning offers something for everyone. By integrating synchronous elements like live discussions with asynchronous activities like self-paced assignments, we can maintain continuous engagement and keep students motivated throughout their entire learning journey. So, what does the research say? Right? That's the important part. What is the evidence? Because we don't do anything unless it is backed by evidence, peer-reviewed evidence. The research on blended learning is overwhelmingly positive. Okay, studies include those by Roberts in 2021, Morehouse in 2022, Wong in 2022. Each of these show that combining a synchronous and asynchronous elements to the classroom and to instruction leads to enhanced student engagement and improved learning outcomes. Okay, one of the key strengths of blended learning is its flexibility, its adaptability. It allows students to engage with content in a way that suits their individual needs and their individual preferences, whether this is through live discussion or a self-paced study. The results speak for themselves. Students in blended learning environments report higher satisfaction and better academic performance. This approach not only meets students where they are, but it also helps them excel. Engagement isn't just a buzzword. It's a foundational element that directly influences learning outcomes. When students are truly engaged, we see tangible benefits across multiple dimensions of their educational experience. Academically, engaged students tend to perform better. They grasp concepts more quickly and complete assignments with greater accuracy and excel in assessments. But the impact of engagement goes beyond just grades. Engagement also plays a critical role in knowledge retention. When students are actively involved in their learning, whether through discussions, interactive activities, or hands-on projects, they are more likely to remember and apply what they've learned long after the courses have ended. This is a crucial step for developing not only short-term academic success, but also long-term mastery of the subject matter. Additionally, students' engagement is closely tied to satisfaction. Students who feel connected to their learning process, who feel that their contributions are valued, and who experience a sense of accomplishment are generally more satisfied with their overall courses. This satisfaction is not just a feel-good metric, it's an indicator of positive learning environment where students are motivated to continue their education and are less likely to drop out. Research clearly show that when we design e-learning environments with engagement in mind, we create conditions that lead to better academic performance, improved retention rates, and higher levels of student satisfaction. In essence, by prioritizing engagement, we set the stage for educational experiences that are both effective, meaningful, and fostering a deeper, more lasting impact on our students. So let's dive into some specifics, okay? Some actionable strategies that can enhance engagement in your e-learning environments. The first and perhaps most critical strategy is the use of interactive content, okay? Interactive content, not just about keeping students busy. It's about involving them in the learning process. This can take the form of videos that require students to answer questions at various time intervals, interactive simulations that allow them to experience or experiment with concepts or discussion boards where they can share their thoughts and respond to their peers. The goal is to move students from being a passive recipient of information to an active participant in their learning journey. So next, let's talk about the importance of real-time feedback. In a traditional classroom, students can often get an immediate response to their question or comment. Replicating this experience in an online setting is vital for maintaining engagement. Real-time feedback can come in many forms. Live chats during a lecture, quick responses to discussion posts, or instant grading of quizzes. The key is to ensure that students know their voices are heard and that their efforts are acknowledged promptly. That's the key, promptly. Another powerful strategy is personalization, which we're going to talk about more later, but no two students are the same. And the one-size-fits-all approaches often fall short in keeping everyone engaged. By tailoring learning experiences to meet the needs and preferences and learning styles of individual students, we can create a more inclusive and supportive environment. This might involve offering different types of content delivery, such as visual, auditory, or kinesthetic options, or providing additional support to students who just need it. Personalization helps students feel that the course is designed with them in mind, which really significantly boosts their motivation and their commitment. Implementing these strategies, interactive content, real-time feedback, and personalized learning experiences can transform an online course from a static transfer of information into a dynamic, engaging educational experience that really resonates with each student. Now, as we look forward to the future of e-learning, there are several promising avenues for research that can help us continue to improve and refine our strategies for student engagement. One of the most exciting areas is this personalized learning. With advancements in adaptive technologies, we have the potential to tailor educational experiences to an unprecedented degree. These technologies can analyze students' performance in real time and adjust the content, pace, and delivery method to suit the individual learning needs. This level of personalization could really revolutionize how we think about education, making it more inclusive and effective for a broader range of students. Another incredibly critical area of future research is the long-term effects of sustained engagement. While we know that the engagement improves short-term outcomes like grades and just knowledge retention, we need to explore how sustained engagement impacts students over the long term. Does it lead to better career outcomes? Does it foster a lifelong love of learning? Understanding these long-term effects can help us make the case for investing in engagement strategies and guide us in developing even more effective approaches. Blended learning also can present a rich field of research. As the lines between traditional, synchronous, and asynchronous learning continue to blur, we need to understand how to best combine these elements to create cohesive, effective learning experiences. Research can help us determine the optimal balance between live interaction and self-paced learning, and how to integrate these modalities in a way that maximizes student success. In addition to these areas, there is a need for more research in the ethical implication of emerging e-learning technologies, such as the attention tracking software and AI-driven personalization. As these technologies become more prevalent, it's crucial that we consider their impact on student privacy, autonomy, and overall well-being. By pursuing these research directions, we can continue to push the boundaries of what's possible in e-learning, ensuring that our approaches are not only effective, but also equitable and ethical. So as we conclude this exploration of student engagement in e-learning, it's clear that the role of engagement is both critical and multifaceted. We've discussed how engagement influences key outcomes such as academic performance, retention, student satisfaction. We've also examined specific strategies like interactive content, real-time feedback, and personalization that can significantly enhance engagement in online learning environments. The importance of prioritizing engagement cannot be overstated. It's the bedrock upon which successful educational experiences are built. When students are engaged, they are not only more likely to succeed academically, but they are also developing a deeper connection to the material, their peers, and the learning process itself. As educators, we have the power to shape these experiences by integrating the strategies we've discussed and staying informed on the latest research. We can create online courses that are not just effective, but also inspiring. Courses that challenge students, support them, and ultimately help them grow. In doing so, we move beyond simple delivering of content. We create environments where students are motivated, curious, and prepared to engage with the world in meaningful ways. This is the true potential of e-learning, to not only teach, but to transform. So as you move forward, I encourage you to take these insights and apply them in your own teaching practices, experiment, innovate, and most importantly, keep the needs and motivations of your students at the forefront of everything you do. By doing so, you'll not only enhance their learning outcomes, but also foster a deeper, more meaningful connection with them as learners. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I hope you leave here with new ideas, fresh inspiration, and a renewed commitment to creating engaging, impactful educational experiences. Let's continue to push the boundaries of what's possible in e-learning, and together, let's shape the future of education. Now, this slide right here, to end it, contains a little comprehensive list of all the references that have been cited throughout this presentation. Each of these sources have been selected to provide a strong, evidence-based foundation for the strategies and the insights discussed today. Take care. Thank you so much.